Hi guys, and welcome back to Belle's Books. So I just finished reading Law by Alexandra Bracken, and I thought I would pop on here and chat to you really informally about my thoughts and give you a quick review. So I've heard this book described as Greek mythology meets the Hunger Games, and if that's not the perfect description, then I don't know what is. That's honestly the thing that made me want to pick this book up, because I love Greek mythology, Percy Jackson, read them all, and I loved the Hunger Games when I was younger, and yes, I read The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes last year when it came out, so this was really the perfect book for me. So the premise of Law is that every 7 years the Aegon begins. As punishment for a past rebellion, 9 Greek gods are forced to walk the earth as mortals, hunted by the descendants of ancient bloodlines, all of them eager to kill a god and seize their divine power and immortality. The story begins when this girl, Law, fled the brutal world in the wake of her family's sadistic murder by a rival bloodline, turning her back on the promises of eternal glory. For years, she's pushed away the thought of revenge, focused instead on changing her life. But it is the dawn of the next hunt across New York City, and 2 people seek out her help. Castor, a childhood friend who Law believed to be dead, and Athena, the Greek goddess herself, who is gravely wounded. So Law decides to ally herself with Athena, weighing up the risks, in the hope of eventually seeking revenge on her ultimate enemy. So I would describe the writing style of Law as cinematic. It felt like it would be a very good book to turn into a film, which I do believe a lot of authors are kind of going after these days. They're writing a book not necessarily because they want to write a book, but because they're hoping that their book will be made into a movie, because that's where the real fame, that's where the real money is located. The writing style of this novel was definitely cinematic. Pace was so quick. It kind of went to like 0 to 100 real fast. There were moments when I kind of was struggling to keep up with almost everything that was going on. Not that I did struggle, but you do have to kind of read carefully because things are happening quickly. And the book itself only covers 7 days, with a few different flashbacks to years ago. However, I do think that Alexandra Bracken did an excellent job of balancing between kind of fast-paced action and dialogue and character development. I think it can be very easy when you're writing a book that's quite based around conflict, that's based around violence, it's based around hand-to-hand combat, to kind of forget to include those moments of dialogue, those moments of description, and she actually did this really well, which I really enjoyed. I didn't feel like the book was too violent, I didn't feel like it was too aggressive, I didn't feel like it was only plot and no character, and character is my favourite part of a novel. I will say about the characters though, I didn't find them particularly original or creative. You've kind of got the wounded heroine and you've got the stoic, brave hero, and they fall in love with each other. Basically, my favourite thing about it though was the extensive engagement with the Greek mythology, and the different plot twists and turns kind of kept me guessing and kept me engaged right up until the end of the book. I did find the ending a little bit rushed, but I feel like it's often the way in young adult novels to kind of rush the ending and kind of get through things. I assume to hold the attention span of the audience. I'm not really sure why. I think what really stood out to me was the way that Law reminded me of early 2010s young adult books. It was original in its own way, but it also kind of evoked what's already been established, what's already been set up. So that would be kind of the Hunger Games idea, that would be engagement with Greek mythology, think Rick Riordan. I think if you are considering reading Law, you definitely should. I think you will enjoy it and it will be a fun reading experience. This is a fantastic novel. I really recommend you read it, and let me know in the comments down below if you've read it, what you thought of it, and whether or not you enjoyed it, and what you think of Bracken's writing style. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and like this video for even more content. I really appreciate all your support. I recently hit 500 subscribers, which I'm so proud of. So yeah, I really appreciate everyone's support. Thank you so much.